Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Wednesday, June the 6th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. Here's a link to get into our free room. It is 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. I open the room at about 9 o'clock. That's when I start to share my screen. I get live on the mic at 9:05. I go to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and 3 o'clock on Fridays. This is a link for a subscription to Trade Ideas. There's a promo code which will get you an instant 15% off the first month or the first year of Trade Ideas. All right, well, what happened today? Actually, it turned in to be a pretty exciting day. I was actually bemoaning the fact that, there weren't a lot of trends and the stocks that I was looking at. Then all of a sudden things started to happen. But anyway, let's take a look at what I did in the pre-market. Axon. Now, if you read the press release with Axon, first of all, the headline looks really grabbing. It's I can't remember what the dollar amount was, but it was several $100 million, I believe. In fact, let me just see if I can see it. Yeah, $842 million agreement. So that's what people see, plus an upfront payment, I think, of $25 million, something like that. However, I thought that people were misreading it, thinking that Axon was the one getting that money. And in fact, what they're doing is they've given the money to this British company called Oxford Biomedica. I think that's the name of it. It's a British company. It doesn't trade. It trades on the LSE. Anyway, they're giving the money to them. It's not the reverse. So I thought, man, this could turn into a delicious short. Now, I was wrong. I mean, I did get into this one in the pre-market. I finally said, okay, enough is enough. This kept moving up and up. So I did get into it in the pre-market at 320. And I sold 343, and at 368. So I was all out in the pre-market, all right? Now, I was actually thinking this could fade right from the get-go. After the first 5-10 minutes, maybe there's another pop, and then it starts to fade. It just didn't happen. I mean, this thing was super strong all the way. It has faded a bit, don't get me wrong, but if you've been in the room long enough, you know that I call these tend to be what I call the biofizzles. They get all this excitement in the pre-market. The market opens, maybe a little pop, and then they just sort of fizzle for the rest of the day. Not this one. So you know what? No matter what I was thinking, that's not what the market was thinking. So we'll see tomorrow. It may give it up tomorrow, but right now it's super duper strong. I got a lot to go through here. ACET. Again, if you were in the room yesterday, you know that I was looking to perhaps swing this one. I ended up taking this one right near the end, 321. Didn't really do too much in the pre-market. Then all of a sudden, look at this. So I did get rid of some at 362. Got rid of some at 362, and then as it's moving down, I got rid of the rest at 345. Now this is still a potential swing trade for me. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I think maybe if it gets back up to the this level here. The reason why, of course, is you have to look at the daily chart. Oops. No, that didn't work. Just a second. Just got to get my chart back. There we go. So you look at the daily chart, and this is what attracted to me yesterday. I mean, I ran what I call my trend reversal scan, and these are looking for stocks that have been beaten up and maybe starting to reverse. So this was yesterday's candle, and you can see what was happening was maybe trying to reverse. So this is why we got a little interested, a lot of us, as a potential swing trade. So anyway, the bottom line, though, and why? Because look left, huge void. So gap, void, whatever you want to call it. So that's why it was very enticing to me. So I did take the trade. I am now out of it. However, I may get back in at some point. Maybe put an alert around 361. It probably won't happen today, but maybe tomorrow, the next day, and it starts to resume. Now the other one, and this one worked out a little bit better, I guess, was MEIP. You have to trust me. There is a big void for this one also. And this was the other one that I was toying with. It was sort of a toss-up between that and ACET to swing, because there it was over 4, and look what it did. And it's holding though, so it's obviously this would have been a better swing trade in that it's holding and it's not giving up a lot. Oh man, here's the star of the day for me right now anyway, ENDP. Had a lot of trades today. So ENDP was interesting, and again, I saw this one. Now it appeared also in the options play magic, but I think I first saw it. I looked at my trend reversal again, and I saw this one. And again, you have to look at the daily. Always have a big daily chart. You hear me say this in the room all the time. Look left, look left, look left. So when I saw this, where did I get in here? Yeah, so I saw this and I said, okay, first of all, this was already moving. There's the 200-day moving average right there. Say it's 714, okay? You see that green line right there? That's the 200-day moving average. So, yeah, I saw this, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to have to wait to see if it can take out the 200-day, which is just over 7, and let's see what happens. Because, again, look left, and it has, room up to this area. 828 from 7, that would be a tremendous percentage increase. So, let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. So I set my alert I set my alert above the 200-day, which is 714, and I ended up taking the trade at, where are you? I took the trade at 716, just a little bit above. I took the trade on that candle right there at 716, and then it dropped. And I thought, okay, so I got out. I basically got out, it was basically flat. I think I might, yeah, it was basically flat. It popped up to 723, looked like it was going to run, and then as it started moving down, I thought, you know what, maybe I'm a little early. So I got out flat. I watched it pull back to 705. There it is, 705 again. And then the second time it took out the 200-day, I decided, and I waited just a little bit longer. 714 is a 200-day, so I gave it another 8 cents, got into the trade at 722, and man, look what's happened. I did take some out at 736 very quickly, only because it did this. Had it not done this, I probably wouldn't have sold anything, but I did take some out at 736, and then I took some more out at, thought I had this marked up. I don't understand why it's not showing up here. Where are you? Yeah, up in this area here, I took some more, actually just over 750, and so I still have some left, waiting to see if it has any more in it. But turned out to be just a great trade. A lot of us got into this in the room. Just because you got stopped out the first time doesn't mean you give up, and especially when it took out that 200-day the second time, that turned out to be a great trade. And let's see, what else is there of interest to talk about? This one kind of disappointed me, NCS. I was talking about this one in the pre-market. Very, very choppy, yes. The only reason I draw it to your attention, this had earnings today, and this is one that I'm not too familiar with at all. Look at it on a daily chart. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, good. Looking on a daily chart, big break here. Capping away. There was really no, I think, support or resistance maybe around the 23 level or so. So I looked at this and I thought, okay, beautiful break. It's something that doesn't trade very much. I mean, it's traded 1.2 million today, which is 10 times normal. So I mean, really only trades by this time of day about 120,000. The point is that like yesterday's NX, which I'd never heard of before, which did extremely well on earnings, I thought, okay, maybe this one could do the same sort of thing. A lightly traded stock that has earnings that is broken free on the daily chart. Now, it just didn't work out. I watched it. There it is in the after hours. That's the move area there. After hours are released. Kind of gave some back in the pre-market. Opened. Then it got really whippy. Look at the topping tails, bottoming tails. Started to slide. So I kind of lost interest in it. But then you see when this happened, a little bit of consolidation right there. I thought, okay, maybe, just maybe, it can get up to the post-market highs of yesterday. So I did end up taking this trade at 21.25. It was right there. when it broke free. I think I wanted to see it break out of this area there. Took the trade at 21.25. Now it took a great pop right up to 21.61. I took some out at 21.55 right up here. Again, because, of this. If it does this here, you could easily do it here. Now look, it did it. But, it didn't do it right there. It didn't do that right there, but it could have. So that's why I decided, I always take some out on something that has been whippy before. Took some out, and then I got out on this one, right, probably in that candle right there, 21.45, and now it's just dropping. So it didn't really have any sustainability like the NX did yesterday. And let's see what else did happen. That's really about it. It turned out to be a much, much better day because of the ENDP. Turned out to be a great, great day. Yeah, and it's still working well. Just had to have some patience. First, at first you don't succeed. Try again, and that's what we did. All right, everybody. Just want to shut this down and bring back the capture program. So, any questions for me? This is the email address you can use. This is a link for our free trading room. No strings attached, no credit card, no nothing. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas. People ask, well, why do you have a free room like that? Well, of course, we market our product. I'm there not to just tell you what to buy and sell all day long, but it's also to show you how to use our program so you can find the setups that you like to find. Also, join our room, of course. We've got fantastic traders in our room. So, that's the reason why the room is free. And this is a link for the subscription. 15% instant promo is there. First month only, all right? Don't get some irate people saying, how come it's not month to month? Well, if it were month to month at 15% for both the monthly and for the first month and for the year, why would anybody do a year? It's that simple. Anyway, I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And that's when I'll start to share my screen and get live on the mic at 9:05. So I hope everybody has a great evening. We'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.